Dear diarrhea, diary full of shit. Just play along, me, myself, and I. No one else. So yo, I'm so legit. Just watching me some TV. Watching John Wick 2. I guess there's 4. I'll go ahead and watch them, seeing as I'm laid up on LOA. I've seen John Wick 1, and haven't seen the rest. Watching John Wick 2 now. Been kind of binge watching on movies. Watched The Equalizer, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Then watched The Equalizer 2 and 3. Then watched The Beekeeper. You know, kind of popped up as a suggestion, so went ahead and watched it. Jason Statham, you know. Action movies. A lot of suspended disbelief, you know, in pretty much all movies, but especially action movies. You know, because I catch that shit, you know. Gee, what if he had another rubber bander in his, you know, just another one, period, you know, anywhere on his body? You know, you're wasting a lot of energy. Why don't you just stab the motherfucker? And it's like all these flips and shit, but doesn't make for good movies. But anyway, posted both the trailer for the Equalizer 3 and the Beekeeper, because they're computer shit related. You know, 'tis the season, so that's, you know, pretty heavy. The internet and magic air is the most insecure it's ever been. It's built and maintained by the most incompetent people, and there's the most bad apples, you know, behind the scenes. Be it just like in the movie, you know, which I have mentioned before. You know, they have these organizations. You know, I've been mentioning that for years. Or be it just Ben and Brian, you know, Ben and or Brian, who wants to hack into, you know, any security systems, basically hack into anything they can get. You know, and if they want to watch Mrs. Jones make Mr. Jones breakfast, and that makes them feel something, and they are who they are. But, and don't get me started on technology and the bullshit that is. You know, I mean, like I said, I've mentioned my truck. You know, if I shut it off, there's no guarantee it's going to start. That's happened to me like 3 or 4 times. The story, and just because it's the technology fucking itself, you know. It might start 5 minutes later, it might not. Might start 2 hours later, it might not. Then the story about the guy who his dome light and his sleeper went out, and it took out his Jake brake. You know, these are the engineers that you're working with. You know, because you got faggots who insist on, you know, having the option to change the goddamn fucking configuration and color and operation of their fucking tablet. Remember I said that to Online Family and Friends several months ago? Then we were in a meeting, and Puss Boy, you know, I hurt his feelings, apparently, you know, and shit show enough. Like, literally, he did that, okay? He is the epitome. He is the example. You know, just destroyers of worlds. Functionality, everything good, decent, noble, and hell, I'd even say holy. Now, that guy's a bitch. He's a fucking pussy, but he is bad news. He'll fix your fucking computer. You know, it'll work for a week, and then, you know, something will happen, and you'll have to call his expertise, and he'll just... And you're sitting back thinking, this is bullshit. This is really not acceptable, but it's the way it is. Like I said, you know, when I was, you know, 7 years old in computer class, you know, hey, teach, this thing froze up. Control, Alt, backspace, delete, F6, you know, enter. And I just knew, wow, this is no good. This is no good. Fail. Hello, Mr. Jones? Yeah, this is no good. the meme or whatever. I don't know if that's still floating around. Yeah, we here, baby. Weak people make hard times. It's only gonna get worse. Miss me with that shit. You know, I will miss out on whatever life has to offer if I have to do it through the computer or an app. Right? Because like I said, you know, it's, you know, there's a lot of Ben and Brian's out there, you know, and there's the you know, people, you know, just pure fucking scum, you know. And you can pick up on it, you know, like you're just words, you know, like your order has been cleared. You know, it's like the word cleared to me sounds like maybe there's like, you know, it just seems kind of unprofessional to me. You know, maybe they don't have a word, you know, for it. You know, it's some foreign, you know, entity or whatever, but, you know, re-enter your information. And I posted a bunch of that in the Amen Drop the Mic, but this is stuff, you know, I've known, you know, over the last, you know, 5, 10 years even. You know, your package can't be delivered. Well, don't click anything on that link if you're expecting the package, and, you know, if you're not expecting a package, then just fucking, you know, delete it. But I'm gonna delete it anyway, but, you know, don't ever do anything they offer. I got one the other day. It said something like, you know, your package has been, I don't know, well, I think it's cleared. It said something about, you know, some sort of chemical or something, you know, and that's what they're trying to do. You know, they're trying to catch somebody who's like, oh, there must be some sort of mistake. You know, I don't want to be on a government watch list. You know, I'm ordering stuff to make, you know, TNT, you know, or some shit. So the best one I ever heard was probably about 10, 12 years ago. It was an answering machine message. And it's all, there is a warrant out for your arrest. If you don't want to be a warrant for your arrest, call, you know, the number, you know. It's like, shit, damn. I mean, that was downright comical. And they'll call you, you know, they'll call you personally. I drug a guy out for like, you know, 15 minutes. I wasn't going to open my computer or anything because then they have a connection, but I was pissing him off, you know. I'm like, how do you open the thing? He's like, you just lift it from the front, sir. You lift it from the front, you know. And I'm like, where's the front? You have the back and the front and the, you know. I drug him out, and then finally I said, special place in hell, you piece of shit, you know, and hung up. And you might be careful of that, because then they might make it his special mission, you know, to make the connection, but. This is Sam with Microsoft. Your computer has been infected. That was a thing a while ago. They don't do that anymore, I guess. They're always trying to make new shit. But, you know, this is Bob, your lawyer, you know. Your grandson's been in an accident, blah, 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 you know. Special place in hell for absolutely every fucking single one of them. But anyway, so I'm watching John Wick 2. I don't know if I already mentioned this, but been watching movies. I've seen John Wick 1, John Wick 2 I'm watching right now, and then 3 and 4. That's all of them that I know of. About 3 weeks ago, I watched The Equalizer. Denzel Washington, then watched Equalizer 2 and 3. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Because I mentioned that, because the Equalizer 3, and then the Beekeeper popped up as a suggestion, you know, because it's an action hero shit. And it was also computer related, you know, where they... Magic air, man. 1,000 ways to get fucked. And like I said, whenever something just fails, just something stupid, I either say it out loud or in my head. Self-driving crypto. You know, yeah, sounds about right. Fucking fail. Scorch the earth. Do-over. Uninstall, reinstall, update, refresh. So, miss me with that bullshit. You know, it either doesn't work, or, you know, if you need to refresh something, you know, then it's different. You know, magic air, man. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Destroyers of everything good and decent. Then I watched Sisu, or whatever, that guy, that gold miner guy, and Debbie too. And again, I watch all this stuff. I'm thinking, where's he getting his food and his water? Whenever I watch a movie, that stuff pops out. I'm not like looking for it or anything. Like the logistics. Oh, you got a horse. That's nice. What's the horse eating? What's the horse drinking? The drink has a stronger gut than you, so he can just drink out of the damn river. When they didn't really have filters back in them days, you had to start a fire and boil that shit. Food, you can go, smoke or salt your meat or whatever, your spices, you kill something, you could do that out on you're doing your travels. But water is where it's at, and, you go through a lot of it, and, you can only go, like 3 days without water. And that's before you die. You go 1 day without water, you're going to be like, oh, fuck this. But anyway. What else did I watch? Sicario. And then I watched Sicario Day of the Baldardo Dorito or whatever, and it translates into soldier. Okay, whatever. I'm a little confused. Is that like an alternate ending or something? I like the first one better. What's his name? Benicio El Burro del Toro. He's in the movie. There's a movie where it's him and Tommy Lee Jones, and he's like a super special forces dude. And he was trained by Tommy Lee Jones, and I don't know, he goes rogue or something. I'm sure it'll pop up. I'll have to watch it now. And in the end, they fight each other, knife fight. Very brutal. A lot of blood loss going on there, happening. And they're just like, and there's no arteries hit, there's no nerves hit, there's no tendons, damaged. It's all just very brutal. Yeah, I remember watching that back in the day, like 1,000 years ago. I was like, God damn. Because like I said, and let's see, one guy makes a weapon out of like an old car part, and the other one makes it out of stone. I forget who's who, but anyway, I like that guy, Dencio Bel del Toro, or whatever his name is. I'll have to look up what other movies he's in. Farkles, leave a comment below. Who's the other glass of wine for? Are you being pitiful, or do you have a man? Because, you know what I mean? I know you girls do that, You want to keep it on the down low in case something happens, but looked like there was 2 pork chops there, you fat ass. Leaning up against the counter, your belly's all muffin top, I'm just messing. Don't starve yourself, you're perfect. Even though you're plastic from head to toe and your body is literally worth tens of thousands of dollars, it is what it is, Trophy wife for somebody someday. Might as well get shot, you never know. It could be me. But I wouldn't mind not working for the rest of my life. Just sit around. You come home from whatever it is you do all day. I'll be there in my, black and white, plaid shirt, drinking a cheap beer out of a can. See, I'm thinking you'll come here for a month, then we'll live separate for a month, then I'll come visit you for a month. and I'll just like never leave the house. Now, you live in the fancy part of town, I'm assuming, down there in Los Angeles. You can tell I'm a hick. You live in the fancy part of town, don't you? I live in fucking Los Angeles. It's not a town, and there is not really, there's fancy, you know what I mean. So, Rodeo Drive. But, anyway, scratch that itch, You don't want to go the way of the fucko, If only, if only. So, that was cute the other day. You were all like, look all busted and shit. God damn. Do you always cook dinner in that attire? You look like you're going out. Oh, girl, I'm telling you, there might be something there. Be ashamed to, not give it a go. You're not going to become frenemies with your friend SC, are you? Because she was like number one for a bit there. And then I kind of gave her some shit, You look like a fucking, it's a Holocaust survivor. Eat some food, and then she did. She'd post pictures of her, sucking down a hot dog or, wolfing down a cheeseburger or a plate of nachos. And it's like, that's a good girl now. Is she still doing that? Or I'm just saying, I don't want to cause rifts, And then there's, what's her name? Olivia O'Butt. Yeah. Might as well fuck around with her for a bit. Like 2 or 3 days. Because you and me, it's like we would try to make it work. Olivia O'Butt would just be like, okay, thanks, It's been interesting, and I'd be like, yep, handshake, sayonara, have a good life. But, there's a little bit more chemistry between you and me, Farkles. There is. I know you feel it too. So the way you wear your hair, the way you eat macaroni and cheese, or anything for that matter, because you've got like your lipstick. Now, not to sound like a weirdo or anything, but you girls, you don't want to smear your lipstick now, so you kind of gotta do your teeth, and then you, just so fancy and shit, Boy, we are two completely different people, you know what? I really think we could make this work. And if it doesn't, it's an easy part. You know what I mean? Again, kind of like Olivia O'Butt, it's like, well, yeah, maybe just every now and then we'll get together and, fuck. Same thing, that'd work out pretty good with fucko, but she's going to want to, I don't know what her deal is. My dick is infatuated with her. There's a hospital right down the road. She could get me to fall in love with her, probably. My dick is all in. But that just sounded kind of stupid. Get your mind out there, gutter. But oh, I'll fuck her every now and then. Mostly I'll fuck her tits, but I will actually have sexual intercourse with her like every 2 weeks. But I gotta let my cum build up and stuff. But she'll keep me, my balls will be like in over fucking drive, and I won't be humping my pillow no more. So I'll let it build up, and and just all that. So logistics, How often you want to have sex, Farkles? It'll be a new relationship, and you're relatively young, so. But you're older, and I don't know what your past is, so, Are you an everyday kind of girl, or are you a 2 or 3 times a week kind of girl? Or are you a once a week kind of girl? Hey, I'm whatever, baby doll. Baby doll, baby girl. Was that a Freudian slip? No. I mean, I have rubber asses and shit, and for all you know, I might even have a rubber doll. But, and I got tits, got different kinds. And like I said, I modify shit. You don't fucking know me. I don't even use that shit. It just sits in my closet in a big giant bin with a padlock. Yeah. But, anyway, leave a comment below. God damn. And Bundle Baby and all the rest of you, you know, whatever. You just, damn it, Farkles, damn it. Pork chops, too. Those are hard to cook, you know, tender. Boy, I bet you the way you cook them, though, you could cut them with a fork. So, ooh, I bet you they're just so succulent and juicy. If you can cook pork good, you can cook anything. Oh, girly girl. Oh, look at you.